Thank you, John. Good to be here, hanging out with you at the end of 2018, getting ready for the 2019 conference season.
It's going to be a busy one.
We're here to talk to you about SharePoint Fest DC. Always one of my favorite things to do in the spring. I don't know about you. DC's always gorgeous at that time of year. This year we're going to be there.
Last year you had the rose, the trees were in full
cherry blossoms.
Cherry blossoms.
Yeah, the whole tidal basin was gorgeous.
It's beautiful.
This year we're going to be there April 29th to May the 3rd. And we are doing a number of different sessions, so we figured we'd just dive in and talk about them for a few minutes.
We're doing our all day there.
Yeah, the first one up is going to be our pre-con. Everything you want to know about Power BI, but we're afraid to ask.
It's a good one. It covers everything. It's aimed at beginners. It doesn't restrict itself to beginners, and it focuses right in on SharePoint.
Yeah, this is a session that we've done at this conference in the past, but I got to tell you, it's always new and different. There's so much that has changed over the past year in Power BI. If you're not listening to the Bifocal show with John and I, then you really need to come to this session because there's so much new stuff. Even if you are coming, this whole session is filled with great information and lots and lots and lots and lots of demo.
Lots of demo. And the demo's changed, so if you've come before, you can come again. You'll learn something new, I promise.
Completely new sets of data. It's going to be really interesting. We're playing with all sorts of stuff here this week in Canada, hanging out and doing all sorts of stuff, getting ready for the year. You have a couple of sessions, I have a couple of sessions, and we're doing some together.
That's correct. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be doing Unlock the SharePoint Secrets, where we dive in specifically. We're doing some SharePoint stuff on the pre-day, but then we're going to dive in heavily to how Power BI and SharePoint work together. That's an hour-long session.
Yeah, I think you're doing your hybrid business intelligence talk that I usually jump in with you on.
You'll be in the room with me if I have anything to do with it. Gotta have somebody to operate that stuff.
Well, you know, we're doing a brand new session that we've never done before, and we're joining in with Treb Gott, who is another SharePoint speaker in the BI space. He's a data platform MVP just like you, John.
That's correct. That's correct.
We have two Power BI MVPs and the lowly SharePoint MVP coming to join for this talk. But this is a talk that we are resurrecting. This used to happen way back in the Tech Ed days. The BI Power Hour was always my favorite session of every conference. All it is pure straight demo. We're going to take 15 minutes a piece. All we're going to do is demo. We're going to come up with our best demo, and that's what we're going to show you from soup to nuts. What can we do in 15 minutes to be able to show you some wow factor that's just really fun and cool?
And these won't be Northwind traders, and it will not be sales data. It's going to be something funny.
Yes, so it's going to be a good time. Come and join us for that session. If you do nothing else at that show, that's going to be the best session of the entire week. Now that I have downplayed my own other sessions, I'm doing my migration session, session about migrating in all the tips and tricks that I've come up with over the years, working on SharePoint migrations, data migrations, all sorts of different stuff. The Office 365 estate as a whole, how do you migrate? What do you do? What are the things you have to think about first? And lastly, I'm going to tell data stories with Power BI. It's a session, again, it's a pure demo session. We're going to walk around the product and help you understand, and we usually do this one right at the beginning of the conference after the pre-cons. This one's going to be walking you through the product, helping you understand what is possible. It's a little bit of the art of the possible, a little bit of the, how do I visualize that data? How do I take that awful spreadsheet and do something real with it? So, come out.
I might have to jump in and chirp you a little bit.
You always do, so it's a lot of fun. You know, this is a great show. You should definitely come out and join us. SharePoint Fest DC. If you go out to SharePointFest.com, you will be able to find the registration for it. They do all sorts of early bird specials, so make sure you get in early, get to DC for this show. We have lots of other great people that are going to be there with us. Come out and join us. Again, April 29th to May 3rd.
See you there.
Music for the Bifocal podcast is Indie Rock by Scott Holmes and is shared under Creative Commons.